agency issues fines, license suspensions, and revocations for unsafe and unauthorized drone operations. Image Bureau of Land Management, CC by 2.0. The Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, took enforcement action against multiple drone operators in 2025 for unsafe and unauthorized flights. The announcement closely follows recent FAA actions to expand flight restrictions through two new broad NOTMs, including one that limits drone operations over certain federal assets related to the Department of Homeland Security, including moving vehicles, and another establishing a wider than usual no-fly zone around the Super Bowl. Together, the measures signal increased federal focus on deterring high-risk drone activity near sensitive locations and large public events. The actions included civil penalties, license suspensions, and license revocations tied to operations near major sporting events, emergency response activity, and restricted airspace. According to the agency, these types of flights can place other aircraft, first responders, and the public at risk. The FAA says drone operators remain responsible for knowing and following all applicable regulations. The FAA will take decisive action against drone operators who ignore safety rules or operate without authorization, said FAA Chief Counsel McKenna. These unsafe operations create serious risks, and the FAA will hold operators fully accountable for any violations. The announcement reflects a broader enforcement posture. In 2026, the FAA updated its enforcement policy to require legal action when drone operations endanger the public, violate airspace restrictions, or are conducted in furtherance of another crime. The agency says the change is intended to strengthen deterrence and reinforce its commitment to protecting the National Airspace System. Fines can reach $75,000 per violation. The FAA states that drone operators who fly unsafely or without permission can be fined up to $75,000 per violation. The agency may also suspend or revoke a remote pilot certificate. Even individuals who do not hold a license can still face fines, either personally or through their company. Between 2023 and 2025, the FAA issued fines ranging from $1,771 to $36,770 for 18 separate operations. Examples cited by the agency include $36,770 for operating a drone near emergency response aircraft during a wildfire on April 4, 2023. $20,371 for operating a drone in restricted airspace near Mar-a-Lago on January 13, 2025. $20,370 for operating a drone over people at the Sunfest Music Festival in West Palm Beach, Florida, on May 5, 2024, resulting in the aircraft striking a tree. $14,790 for operating a drone near State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, during the Super Bowl on February 12, 2023. License suspensions and revocations in 2025. In addition to civil penalties, the FAA took license enforcement action against 8 remote pilots in 2025. These actions addressed incidents that the agency says created direct safety hazards. Reported cases include license suspension for operating a drone that became entangled with a paraglider on January 7, 2025, forcing the paraglider pilot to make an emergency landing. License suspension for committing multiple safety violations during a drone light show at Lake Eola in Orlando, Florida, on December 21, 2024. License suspension for operating a drone over people during an NFL game in Baltimore on November 3, 2024. License revocation for operating a drone in restricted airspace near Mar-a-Lago on Sept 7, 2025. Reporting unsafe operations. The FAA encourages members of the public to report unsafe drone activity to their local Flight Standards District Office. The agency says it reviews all credible reports and investigates when appropriate. For more information on safe and legal drone operations, the FAA directs operators and the public to its UAS safety resources at faa.gov/UAS.